Tomorrow will be better. Given this equation here, find P. Follow me, dear friends. Solution. I wish to remind you guys that this is a section of mathematics which cuts through all the sciences. This is why it's very important to understand this section. Now, when we are given this kind of question and asked to find a variable like this one, the first step is to identify the position of your variable. In this case, this is where it is. It is surrounded first of all by a -1 here, then there's divided by 9, and above all, there's a square root sign here. So the question says find P. In other words, we are asked to isolate P and let P stand all alone on one side of the equation. Here's how to do it, dear friends. Start by getting rid of everything which is surrounding P. The most important of which is the square root in this case, because everything else, every other thing else is under the square root sign. So this is the first thing to get rid of. And because of this equality sign here, whatever thing we do on the left, we are supposed to do that same thing on the right. Okay? So now, and to get rid of anything, we do the opposite of what we did to obtain that thing. If we are having a square root sign here, what is the opposite of the square root sign? It is a square sign, okay? This is what we will be doing. So I start here by rewriting the equation again. All over 9 equals to R. First step is square both sides, all right? If you do this, this square here takes away the square root sign. This was the objective of the operation. Now we are left with P minus 1 all over 9 equals to R squared. The next thing to do here is there is a divided by 9 which is still surrounding our P. So to do away with this divided by 9, how did we get to this first of all? We got to this by dividing all of this by 9. So to get rid of this, we will multiply all of it by 9. Remember, whatever you do on one side, you do the same on the other side. So this takes away this, and we are left with just P minus 1 equals to 9R squared. Now we are left only with -1. How do we do away with this -1? By adding 1 to both sides. Why? Because plus 1 is the opposite of -1. As such, -1 plus 1 disappears. So we are left now with only P equals 9R squared plus 1. And as we said from the beginning, we've succeeded to isolate P. And here is P all alone on one side. Tomorrow will be better.